Hey everybody, today we have World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King from Zeman Games, Blizzard Entertainment, Pandemic System. It's basically, I think they came out with a Star Wars Clone Wars game too that's pretty much probably exactly the same game. But the Clone Wars one is how much this one used to be, and this one was like less than $20 because it was on clearance. At Target. This one was clearance at Target, by the way. I think they only had one left. World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich. I don't know why the games. I mean, the Target has the games, which is cool. But why in the world are they like almost $100 when they first come out? They're like anywhere from like there's just so high. They first come out and they're just ridiculous, their price. Then you wait like 6 months or whatever, and the game is like on clearance for like less than $20. Come on. Start out at $20 and you would sell more copies. Anyway, stop, wanting so much money. Target, it's a greedy. Anyway, for Frostmourne Hungers. For far too long, the malevolent Lich King and his undead scourge have threatened the world of Azeroth from the frozen continents of Northrend. Okay. Now legendary heroes set out with one purpose: to challenge the Lich King in his mighty fortress and destroy him once and for all. In World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King, a pandemic system, board game, play as Legends of the World of Warcraft. Universe and lead the invasion of Northrend. Stand together as you slay hordes of the Val Undead, defeat linking threats across the land, and finally storm the gates of Icecrown Citadel. Can you save Azeroth from the merciless Lich King, or will Frostmourne, his cursed blade, claim yet another soul? Play as the legendary heroes and defeat the Lich King. So, basically, the best part of this game is going to be the miniatures, of course. And it plays like Pandemic, except for instead of playing as like scientists and whatnot, you're playing as heroes. And you're trying to defeat the Lich King. So there's another game I saw on Insane Board Game Freak Show that he had unboxing that was kind of like this. Don't remember what it was for, but it was a game that basically played like this pandemic system. Looks like we have some parts here. You can build the castle, which the castle would have been cooler if they would have just gave us a miniature. Wow, the board's still in plastic. Okay. Some reason they put the characters in a box like that. First up, we have Lich King. So, and then the Lich King has minions here. Not sure what kind of minions these are. I probably wouldn't have bought this game if it wasn't for the miniatures. By the way, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Then you have these miniatures. They all apparently look the same. We'll, open it up and C1. So I like those. Those are cool. So I think in this game, one player or maybe the cards and rules itself play the Lich King. It's pretty cool. Normally I save the showing the pieces for last, but I mean, on the plus side, you could use these miniatures for other games. So, like, if the game sucks or whatever, you can always use the pieces for other games. I always wish that like companies that make miniatures for games would like just sell the miniatures, because like that's not enough right there. Just say this Lich King army. This is maybe enough for, I don't know, maybe if I had like, I don't know, at least 2 sets of these, you could have this as your leader piece, and you could have these as your 1-piece units, and these as your 10-piece units, and you could play like a risk type game. You could use it as an additional risk faction. That's what I'm getting at. Here are some of the cards. Or an Axis and Allies type fiction. You got Nexus, Faldo Atrian, Azrael Nurub, Udrol, Gundrick, Argent Tournament, Nexurus, Upgrade Keep, Wayment Temple, Ice Crown Citadel. These are like some of the locations. Juan Proudmoore, Lady Leodrin. Oh wow, they have info on the back too. Morgan Bonesbeard, Sullivan's Windrunner, Thal, Trajan Fordring, and Vivian Worm. And I noticed that they had info on the back too. So it's like got a little telling you about it, where they start. Stupid glare of the light. What if these have info on the back? No, it's just that they have different colors for the different areas that are on the map. Okay, that's a little bit different. Now, I have Pandemic, and I read the rules. I kind of understand it, but Pandemic doesn't seem like my game. Maybe it's because it's a cooperative type game, and I'm not really a cooperative type person. Also, maybe it's because it's you're not doing. It doesn't seem like you're actually doing something. Instead, you're trying to save the world from a freaking disease, right? Which doesn't seem very rewarding to me. Whoa, shaman. Look at this big board. So there's the board. Guess the red cards go here, the purple card goes here, and the yellow cards goes here. So you got this is for this base, this is for that base, and that's for that base, but they have multiple ones. And then of course you got Scourge Track. So I think that is how many units get put onto there, and the despair track. So if you get here, I think you lose. If you get here, you're pretty close to losing anyway. Here's where the citadel is that you're supposed to get to and defeat the Lich King. Here are some of the different areas that you're supposed to conquer back from his minions, which you have the purple region, the yellow region, and the red region. So all of you are working together to try to take out the various minions that are on the board. So that's interesting. You got a turn order, basically a player aid card here, which tells you about actions, free actions, strongholds, and a Lich King. And they're all the same for 5. There's only 5 of these. That's weird. Okay. I'm over here like, that's weird. Why is there only 5 of them? Seems to me like there should be more than just 5. Because there's like 7 heroes, right? There's 7 heroes, but they only got it set for 5 players. Seems to me like they would have fixed up a way for you to play with 7 people. That way all the heroes would be involved. Of course, you have these cards, which look like they're like weapons cards. These look like they're the Lich King Scourge cards. And these look like they are special reward cards you get from taking those bases, I guess. As you can see, these each have a location on them that's on the board. So this would be where like Scourge pops up, which I'm going to assume the Scourge track moves up per round, maybe per turn, and this is shuffled, and this is where his minions pop up out of, and you draw 1 card, maybe, or you draw a card for each amount that's under there, and also put that many men out, one or the other. Got stuff like borrowed time, new allies, 1 quiet night, gunship support, Argent Crusaders, Knights of the Evelyn Blade, Alexandra's Cleansing, Blessing of the Light, Onward to Victory. So these are like you got various different fight cards with different art and different symbols. I like how they have different art on them, and it's not like the same piece of artwork over and over and over again. That's pretty cool. You got defend, and they pretty much do have the same writing on there and the same symbol, but I like how it has different art. That's pretty cool. You got travel. They pretty much have the same number, the same symbol, and the same info, but this giving different art is great. Now, some of them are better, like, because you got 2 and then you got 4, but for the most part. Then you have healing. that's amazing. I mean, I like that. And then you have different strongholds. And then you got the Scourge rises. So these are when the Scourge advances. You don't want to do that. So the Scourge only moves when these cards are drawn. But these cards are also shuffled in your in this deck here. Oh, okay. So the Scourge doesn't increase every turn. I guess that's a good thing. I suppose these cards would go here, maybe? And these cards are your hero cards, so I'm assuming they're going to go there. And I'm not sure what cards these are for. Maybe they go under here, because under these and this one, thinking maybe that's where they go. Probably tells you during the setup, but that's still pretty coolness. Or you put the Scourge. You might not put the cards there. You might just put them in there because it says that there's for the deck and there's the discard. So you might just put all the blue guys in there. That looks like that's the game. Not sure what else I could show you. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the game. Pretty much showed you everything. I mean, I could build this Citadel thing for you, but I honestly don't feel like it. This is probably the first player marker. Oh, it's called a solo marker. You build these strongholds with that. You build the Citadel thing with that. You got the Scourge markers. You got the quest markers. Progress markers. Scourge marker. Despair marker. All that good stuff. So that's the game. That's unboxed. It's everything. I don't remember. I could really wish I could remember the game that it works on the pandemic system that the other guy was doing, but it wasn't this. It probably was some kind of medieval thing. They've done some other games of this nature where it's pandemic style, but it also has like things. Like I said, they have a Clone Wars game. I believe it's the same thing, but set in Star Wars universe, Clone Wars. So you probably play as, like in this game, you play as one of these characters. Like in the Star Wars one, I'm pretty sure you play as one of the heroes of the Star Wars universe. And I'm pretty sure instead of going against a winch, they're all probably pretty much played the same. Just like Pandemics play the same. Except for Pandemic doesn't seem like you're doing anything amazingly awesome because you don't have a miniature. You're like in this game, Scourges are coming on the board. Kind of like not X's and Allies zombies, but Walking Dead Risk, where hordes of zombies just keep spawning on the board. That's kind of how this is working. Sorta, maybe. So like every turn you got more bad guys showing up. And you and your team got to work together to defeat the bad guys. Like Pandemic, I think that's pretty much how that works. Anyway, remember guys good all the time, guys good. Except for you're working to kill diseases in Pandemic. I think the diseases can mutate or whatever. The game just didn't seem appealing. Pandemic didn't seem appealing to me because when you open it, the box bland. And again, cooperative game. I don't like cooperative. I need a game that I can play either A, solo, or B, if it's cooperative, I can play as all the characters. Or C, I need a game where I can compete with myself as playing both the bad guy or the good guy. Anyway, remember guys, good all the time, guys, good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus loves you, Jesus God, Jesus Lord, Jesus King, Jesus ruler of everything, and have a great, wonderful day. Laters.